Hey guys, before you watch this video, I first just wanted to apologize. There is some beeping going on in the background, and I know it's in a lot of my videos. And someone just commented, so it just brought my attention to it. So I wanted to come on and apologize. When our power flickers, and we've had several storms here lately, when our power flickers, our house alarm begins to beep, and it takes us forever to figure out how to get it turned off. And then sometimes we get so used to it, we don't even hear it, which is what has happened this time. I don't even hear it. And so I am sorry you all are having to hear those beeps. Please forgive me. I will try my best to be more aware of that and making sure it's not in there. So please enjoy the videos and please watch it. Try to overlook the beeps, because let me tell you, I don't even hear them. Even when I rewatch the video, I don't hear it. So I'm sorry, but enjoy the videos. Today we're making chicken souvlaki. Today we're making chicken souvlaki, so come join me as we make a great Greek dish that I love so much. Y'all, my camera is doing something crazy. Like when I'm not videoing, it just starts taking random photos. Like I'm not touching it or anything, and I just hear click, 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 and it's just taking pictures. And I don't know what I've done to my phone to make it do that. So, and I don't know how to stop it. But anyway, so y'all, one of the things I miss so much about living where we used to live in Tobaccoville is there was some restaurants or some foods that we got really used to eating and we really enjoyed and we really loved them. And I haven't been able to find anything really comparison. They're just as good, but maybe not the same dish that we missed from certain restaurants. Like there was an Italian restaurant in King, North Carolina, where they made the best broccoli and cheese soup. Now I have learned to recreate that broccoli and cheese soup, and I'll try to link it below. Not promising, but I will try. I haven't figured out how to do all these things on YouTube yet. But, so I'll try to link it in the description. Anyway, another dish that we ate a lot of, and it didn't come from a particular restaurant. There were several restaurants in the Winston-Salem, King area that I could get chicken souvlaki. They were delicious. Now, I just haven't been able to find one in Asheboro that quite compares to the ones I had up there. So, I'm going to try to recreate it. Now, let me just say, there is a caveat to this. One of the restaurants that I got good chicken souvlaki is coming to Asheboro. They are in the building process now. So, I'll be able to get one, but I still want to learn how to make it myself. So, we're going to try this together and see how it is. All right, let me turn you down here so you can see what I'm doing. I have 3 chicken breasts here. Oh, goodness. Sorry, y'all. Well. Maybe we'll get this right, y'all. Hopefully it'll stay. All right, I have 3 chicken breasts, and I am going to slice them in half in the thickness wise. Kind of butterfly it. But I'm going to go ahead and separate it. And I'm actually going to cut these into chunks, bite-sized pieces. I'm going to actually cut this little piece of fat off right here. And yes, I know I'm getting some meat with it. I do that. Oh well. I'm basically just butterflying it. And then I'm going to go back and cut these into like little, maybe 1 inch to 2 inch, 1 inch to 2 inch bite-sized pieces. This is actually going to marinate in some olive oil and some seasonings, and I'll show you that in just a second. All right, so let's get these. I'm going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to come through. Y'all, we are almost at 300 subscribers. Almost. And I have just a bowl over here beside me that I'm putting these in. I thought about like tenderizing this with a meat tenderizer, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna y'all, I'm touching the chicken only with my left hand, and I'm using the knife with my right, keeping one hand clean so I can move the camera if needed. Y'all, my garden is really coming up. The only thing that has not come up, everything has broken the ground except for my watermelon. And I'm going to give it a little while longer before I till it up. But if it doesn't come up in the next little bit, I think I'm going to plant another row of green beans. Bryant has said to me multiple times we should have done more green beans. So I tried to keep the green beans, but that is what we eat the most of. I tried to keep it in a small amount because he's going to have to trellis it. And I know that's an aggravation. But if he wants more green beans, we can do more green beans if the watermelon don't come up. And y'all, I've never, and you say, well, why don't you just plant more watermelon? Y'all, I've never had much luck with watermelon. My daddy could grow it, but I've never just been really good at growing watermelon. And with that being said, it won't hurt my feelings. I really wanted this to come up because it's such good watermelon. I mean, it is really a good, it is the best watermelon I've ever had. It's called Moon and Stars. But it has not come up yet. Y'all, I know you're tired of watching me cut this chicken, so I'm going to cut the camera off, finish cutting this chicken up, and I'm going to sanitize and wash my board. I've got a sink full of hot water, and so I'm going to wash and sanitize my board, and then I will bring you guys back and we'll make the marinade for the chicken. Okay guys, so I have sanitized my board and washed it really good and flipped it over. I'm a little funny about that when it comes to chicken. Until I can get it in the dishwasher and let it really sanitize. So, and I've also washed the bowl that I put my chicken in. I have placed my chicken in a Ziploc bag, and I have taken the bowl that I washed, and I'm putting the bag down in the bowl, just in case this is going to go back in the refrigerator, and in case my bag were to leak. I don't want it leaking all over the refrigerator. So now we're going to start with the marinade. Let me get everything I may need over here. I need a spoon. And y'all, if I had enough olive oil, I'd probably use olive oil, but I don't have, I have some, but I also have an Italian dish coming up next, the end of the week. Well, actually Saturday, which this may air on Saturday. But anyway, Caroline wanted my spaghetti and meatballs. And she, I think, really prefers the day after the spaghetti and meatballs because then we have meatball subs. So I think that's what she enjoys the most. Okay, so I've started with approximately about a cup of oil. And I'm going to turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put in 2 big spoonfuls of garlic. Well, maybe one big, really big one and a half of one. Now, if you had oregano leaves, dried oregano, I thought I had dried oregano. I'm going in with about 2 teaspoons salt. I'm going in with a teaspoon of pepper. And I don't have oregano leaves. That's what you really want to use, but I have Italian seasoning. So I'm going in with a good tablespoon to start with. And I'll mix it up. Let me get a whisk. All right, I think that's good. Like I said, I would prefer just oregano, but I don't have it. So I'm going to pour this over into my chicken. Get all the garlic that settled to the bottom. I'm going to zip it up, leaving just a little bit of air. Not much, because I want to be able to smush it and massage it in the bag. And be sure you're zipped up good, because if you're massaging your chicken. Alright. So I'll just come in periodically through the day. Now this would be even better had I done it last night. Had I got the chicken on the marinade last night, it would be even better. But I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator most of the day today, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. Now, the secret to a great chicken souvlaki is tzatziki sauce. So, I have found a recipe. Now, y'all, this is the first time I'm making this, so if it turns out good, awesome. If not, you probably won't see this video. But anyway, I'm going to get this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to get to making our tzatziki sauce. Okay, so the signature ingredient to tzatziki sauce is cucumber. So I have taken an English cucumber, just one so far. I've got 2, but I'm just starting with 1. And I'm going to cut it half lengthwise. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a spoon and see if I can scrape out some of those seeds. There's not a whole lot in here, but some of that pulp stuff. So I'll get that out. I don't need to scrape much. I'm okay if a little bit gets in there. The main thing is there's a lot of juice in that center part, and that's what you're wanting to get out. Alright, let me throw that away. Grab a paper towel. just to get up some of that juice. And then we're just going to take a grater. And this is the hardest thing for me to, this grater is the hardest thing for me to figure out. There we go. And I don't know the best way to do this, so maybe the skin side's the best way. There's still so much juice in here. I'm just turning it over and over. All right, let me get these two grated and I'll bring you right back just as soon as I get them grated. Now listen, when you are grating, I tend to like to see how much skin I can take off my thumbs. Don't y'all do that. Be cautious. And even if you have to throw a little bit away when you get to the end, it's fine. Better than hurting your fingers. All right, let me get the other one grated and I'll bring you right back. Okay guys, so I have finished grating the cucumber here. And what I have done was I have tossed it with about a tablespoon of salt. And I've just mixed it in there good. And I have beside me a colander that looks like it has seen, y'all, my tripod has seen its better day too. Here is a colander that's seen its better day. I've got a paper towel in the bottom. And I am just going to scrape this cucumber up. My word, I don't know what's wrong with my tripod. It is driving me nuts, y'all. Nuts. You know, the same thing happened with my old one, and I bought the same one again. Looks like I would have learned. Don't it? Anyway, I'm putting this right in here on the paper towel. And then I'm going to set this in the sink. There's a little lip I have on my colander here so the water can drain out. So I'm just going to let this sit and drain. Get all the moisture out that we can. All right. Let me clean this up and get this over to the sink and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I saw the other day, well let me back up. Traditionally, tzatziki sauce is made with yogurt. Oh, I need sour cream. And so traditionally it's made with yogurt. And just regular yogurt. And you have to let the yogurt drain because you want to get the liquid out. Well, I saw on a show the other day, somebody used Greek yogurt and you don't have to wait the time to let it drain. So, I am going to just pour, hold my hand over it and just kind of pour that top liquid out. I got my hands messy. Hang on just a second. I'm going to have to go wash my hands. And then I'll turn y'all down here where you can see what I'm doing. And this is plain yogurt. Don't get vanilla or peach or strawberry. You need plain yogurt. And I got the Greek. I wish I'd have got the, I think I just got the Great Value brand. Hold on just a second. I made a mess. Okay, and we're going to start with 2. I bought 3. So we're going to start with 2 and just see how that works out. Okay, I just cracked the lid and poured a little bit of that top liquid out. So now we're just going to doctor up the yogurt. We're going to put in about a half a cup of sour cream. Everything I have is brand new, y'all, so everything has to be opened. We love sour cream. Love it. All right. Now I'm going to put about half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of pepper. I like pepper. I like pepper. All right, let me get my measuring spoons. All right, we're going in with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. One tablespoon of olive oil. And this is white wine vinegar. So we're going in with a tablespoon of that. And you probably, goodness, you could probably just use apple cider vinegar. It smells just like. Okay, so far we have the 2 Greek yogurts. We have a half a cup of sour cream. We have a teaspoon of pepper. We have a tablespoon of olive oil, a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. But I think you can use any kind of vinegar. I mean, I think vinegar's vinegar. But I got what the recipe said. So now we're going to go in with some garlic. And I'm going to go in with, let's call that a teaspoon and another half a teaspoon. Oh, y'all didn't see that good because I didn't measure it. I just took a spoon and did it. Let me turn you down where you can see. Okay, and let's see here how much lemon juice. I think it's 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I'm just using, I have lemons. I could have squeezed a lemon. But why do that when I have it in a jar? Or a bottle. Alright. Now, it also calls for more salt, but I'm going to wait till I put the cucumbers in and see. And I'm going to use a whisk to do this because this spatula is not getting the job done. Alright. Oh, y'all. It looks so good. Might have put too much pepper, but we won't tell nobody. Looks so good. Okay, now for the dill. And I was going to grow dill in my herb garden, but I hadn't even got my herb garden planted. I have my plants, but I didn't get any dill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take off some, I bought it at the store, and I'm just going to take off some sprigs from the stem. Ooh, that smells good. I should have planted dill. And you need about, I think probably about 2 teaspoons, or 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons. And I'm probably going to go pretty heavy on the dill. Just because it smells so good, y'all. It smells good. And I'm just going to try to bunch it up with my fingers the best I can and just come in and rough chop it with this knife the best I can. Oh my goodness, it smells like a pickle. It smells just like I am sitting here with a dill pickle. Okay, now let's see. Let's just see how well I eyeballed that. I don't think I have a teaspoon measure on there, but I have a half. So we're wanting a teaspoon and a half. So here's a half. All right, so there's a half. There's another half. Believe I eyeballed that pretty good. And I'm just gonna not waste any of that good deal. All right, now let's go get the cucumbers, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I just used what I mixed up my marinade in for the chicken. And I'm just going to take, I just doubled some more paper towels, and I'm just going to press. I'm just going to press to get some more liquid out. Y'all, cucumbers are full of water. Full of water. And this is so thick, you don't want to water it down. The tzatziki sauce. Alright, so I have filled those 2 napkins up with water. I'm going to go get one more. Another 2 layer and squeeze one more time. We're going to squeeze just one more time. Yeah, we're going on a little getaway for just a 2-day thing when Isaac gets home from school. And which he comes home today for the summer. And he's got prom tomorrow. His girlfriend, her senior prom is tomorrow. So, and then we're going on a little getaway. And then when I come back, we're going to go to the strawberry farm. And we're going to make some strawberry jelly. Alright. So, I'm just going to take this paper towel. I probably should squeeze that side. I want to get all the cucumber off because I don't want to lose any of that goodness. That's what gives the tzatziki sauce such a freshness. Okay. I'm going to stop there. We'll move this over. Let's bring the tzatziki sauce back. Get rid of the whisk. And we're going to put this yum yum cucumber in. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. I can't hardly wait. It's going to be so delicious. It's got plenty of cucumber in it. I'm glad I didn't do the second cucumber. It's got plenty. All All right. Let me get a tasting spoon and we'll give it a taste. Now you won't know how good it is until you put it on a warm, soft pita bread with that chicken that's been sauteed up. And I'm going to do some some sauteed onions and peppers in one pan. Oh, it's going to be so good, y'all. But let me show you what this looks like. Now, I can't take a big spoon of this without the pita bread and stuff. But there it is. You see the dill, you see the cucumber, you see... All right. Here it goes. It is delicious. I think it needs a little more of that salt. I held off because I had put the salt in the cucumbers. So I didn't know how much salt they would bring to the table. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt. Y'all, Isaac's going to pass plumb out when he gets home to find out his mama has learned to make tzatziki sauce. He's going to pass out. Alright, I'm getting a clean tasting spoon. We're going to taste again and see if it needs anything else. I don't think it needs nothing. It's delicious. In fact, the next time I make it, I may hold off a little bit on the lemon juice. It may have just a little bit too much lemon in it. So if you make this, it is delicious. And when it gets on the, it's probably gonna be absolutely perfect when it's on the actual chicken souvlaki pita. But just tasting it right here, and I don't know that I've ever just tasted tzatziki sauce. I don't know that I've ever just took a spoon and tasted it. So I really don't know. But I know this is some kind of good. Some kind of good. And so I'll know more about the lemon juice when I actually put it on the pita with the chicken and stuff. So y'all stay tuned. Tonight I'll bring it all together. This is gonna go and it's gonna marry the flavors in this, since it's going to set most of the day. They're going to marry. They're going to get more intense. And so tonight we'll come back. I'll start sauteing up some onions and peppers, and I'll saute the chicken up, and then we'll put it on the tzatziki sauce. I mean, put it on a pita, a soft pita. I'll put that in the oven, and it's going to be good. It's going to be some kind of good. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Guess what, guys? I just saw Isaac pull up the driveway. He's home for the summer. Yay! So I am back working on my chicken souvlaki. I've got pita bread that I bought at Aldi. Let me show you the package. Here's the package that it comes in. White pita, and there's 5 in here. It says there's 5, but like I'm only counting 4. It says 5, but honey, they ain't but 4 in here. Let me see how many's in the other pack. Now this one has 5. This one's got 5, so I guess I just kind of got shorted on this one. But anyway, so what I've done was I bought 4 of those. I took 2 of them and I've wrapped them in tin foil, and I'm going to preheat the oven to 350. And I'm just going to stick them in there while I take care of the chicken and the onions and peppers. The onions and peppers I've just diced up into, you know, little square pieces. And I'm going to saute those with oil and butter. I've already got butter in my frying pan. I'm going to saute these up. And then when I'm done with that, I'll put them in a bowl. And then I'll start the chicken. So just as soon as Isaac comes in and I get a hug and a kiss. And then I tell him to go over to his sister's because there's a lizard in her house and she's screaming and she's saying, please send Isaac over here. So just as soon as I get a hug and a kiss and I send him on to his sister's, we'll finish up the chicken souvlaki and we'll finish up the corn salad. But that's a whole nother video. So, y'all stay tuned. Hey guys, I've got you over here at the frying pan and I've turned it on. So as soon as it starts to melt, we'll put our onions and peppers in. I may have too much butter. I'm going to take some of that butter out. I think there's too much. I'm just going to start with half of that. I'm going to put this on a napkin until I know if I'm going to need it. I may need it, so we'll just save it out for later. I still may have too much. I'm not sure. Not sure. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this piece out too. I can always add it. I can't take it out. So in here is a little bit of butter and mostly olive oil. Oh, there went some onion. And y'all, that's a good rule of thumb to always be conservative because you can always add to. And I have learned that the hard way with salt because I love salt, so I like to salt everything. But you can always add to, but you cannot. You can dilute it a little bit. Sometimes you can add water. And you can sometimes mask things that are too much. Man, I dropped a bunch of onion. Alright guys, let me wash my hands. So this is going to be, the onions and peppers are just going to be a topping for the chicken souvlaki. I've had it with lettuce, I've had it with raw onions, I've had it with tomatoes, and I actually have some tomatoes. So I don't know if anybody's going to want tomatoes on theirs or not. I love tomatoes, but now I particularly don't like them on my chicken souvlaki. So I usually say, hold the tomatoes. The main thing for me is the tzatziki sauce. And I guess raw onions I usually get raw onions on mine. But I'm not going to worry too much about that today. Alright, I'm going to let these saute up and I'll bring you back when they're ready. Okay, so with chicken souvlaki, I don't want to necessarily get them too terribly done. And I like there to be some texture still left to everything. They have softened some, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the pan. And because I'm going to serve it separate as a side, if there's any left over, like in the morning, we could do hash browns with onions and peppers. It's going to be delicious. Of course, we may use them all tonight. I don't know. So I'm just going to scoop all these up. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to scoop some of the chicken. That has been marinating in the olive oil and the seasoning and the garlic. I really kind of hate that garlic. I may have put too much garlic because I don't want that garlic to burn, and it's probably going to a little bit. But I've turned my burner off, and so when I get everything in there, I can put a little more oil and turn it on low to keep the garlic from burning. Ah! Y'all, I just cleaned my stove. I have to clean it again. Alright, I'm going to stop with that load right now. Try to get a one layer in here. Alright, so I do have some more room. Alright, I'm going to stop with that for now. Let me wipe the mess I just made up. Alright, I'm going to turn I guess the oven's on a medium. The burner, I'm going to turn it on a medium. And when it gets to going, I'll bring you back. Okay, it's going good, and it's turning a white and opaque color, and that's what you want to see. So I'm just kind of stirring it around just a little bit, and then I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes, and then once it reaches 5 minutes, I'll turn it over. Try to turn them all over so they can cook on the other side as well. But looking good so far. Okay guys, I'm going to turn it over a little bit. Whoa! My word! I'm spilling everything tonight. As you can see, some of them are getting not brown, but a little bit of brownness to them, and that's what you want. They don't all have to have it, but you want a few of them to have it. Alright, let's salvage this one pot. Alright, we're going to let these go for a little while longer. And I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Okay guys, so just to be sure that I have it done, I'm going to find a really kind of thick piece. I'll lay it over here. I'm going to leave this cooking for right now. We're going to come over here. I'm going to lower you guys. And I'm just going to cut into it. This was a pretty big piece. And y'all, it is so tender. And I don't know where I'm getting you. Perfectly cooked. Let me get a piece that you can't see. See? Completely white in the center, no pink. It's perfect. Oh my goodness. Perfect. Woo! It's hot, but it's perfect. Alright, so I'm going to get this first batch out. And there's just another spoonful left to cook. So, I'm going to scoop this out. Y'all can watch that if you want to. I'm going to actually turn the burner down just a little bit, because when I put that fresh chicken in, whoo, it'll snap, crackle, and pop. Y'all, so far, my tzatziki sauce is amazing. This chicken is amazing. So I don't know how this chicken souvlaki can go wrong. I'm just not sure how it could possibly go wrong unless I burnt my pitas. But then I have extra. I bought extra, so even if I burn them, I've got extra. Get out of there. All right, I'm gonna lay that down because I use it and move this. Bring this over. And yes, it's going to snap, crackle, and pop, but I only have a few to do. Ah! Oh, it didn't snap too bad. I guess I turned it down in time. Alright. That is it. Alright, let me wash my hands. Okay, I'll bring you back when everything's done. Okay, so I'm going to make Bryant's chicken souvlaki. Here's the pita. I've wrapped them up in tinfoil, heated them up. They're good and soft. Hey, Isaac, get a pair of tongs, please. And I'm just going to smear a little tzatziki on the bottom. How's that? And then I'll put some more on the top. I'm going to have to use my fingers. Bryant came up with a spoon.
Look at those delicious pieces of chicken.
Huh? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and some onions and peppers. All right, and I'm gonna top it off with a little bit more of the tzatziki
You
sauce.
don't have to put much. Very little.
Very little, he says. Okay.
Because you got it all over.
All right.
All right, guys. I don't know if she told you, but some of the restaurants we ate at back home, when I say back home, that was when we pastored in Winston-Salem, Tobacconville area. They had several restaurants we went to that had these. And, but anyway, let's give it a whirl. So, here we go. This is like an 11 out of 10 stars. So it's off the chart. I couldn't tell where the camera was. That's perfect.
Yay! I can't wait to try it. So I have duplicated one of our favorite meals. Chicken souvlaki. You've got to try it. It's so good, and you saw how easy it was. The hardest part was grating the cucumbers for the tzatziki sauce, and that wasn't much. That didn't take much at all. So, thank y'all for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Y'all have a great night. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, we can fry anything. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And now would be a perfect time to subscribe if you have not done so. Plus, don't forget to hit the bell notification because you don't want to miss any of the fun. Thank you for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Have a good day.